All right, it's a very special day. It's an occasion. We're going to make a nice pizza. I'm going to try some new sauce that's pre-made from the store. It's lemon and herb ricotta pasta sauce. Got a nice dough ball getting out to room temperature. I got a nice 6-ounce lobster, some garlic, and some cheese. About to do the damn thing. And what are we celebrating? The retirement of this guy here. A lot of memories, but it just comes up short. I've been doing this a long time, and here's the situation. Okay, we're trying to make a 20-inch pie. I got the 20-inch marble right here. Let's take a look. Okay, 20-inch marble. This pizza peel, 19 5/8. Just not quite doing it. So what I end up doing, I make it a little bit bigger than the pizza peel, have it flopping off the side a bit, and I either launch it in and tear the pizza or whatever. It's just always issues. What happens when I launch it in, it kind of is elastic and comes in a bit, and I end up coming short of this marble a couple inches in diameter. No matter how big I stretch it, it always just winds up smaller. So the solution... Look at that. 22-inch pizza peel. Okay, let's take a look and compare it. Just gives me that much more surface. 22 inches, actual true measurement this time. And the idea is, if I can make these pies bigger and I launch it in and it does retract in a bit, that I'll wind up with the size I'm shooting for. So that's the goal. We're going to see if that's going to happen, and we're going to go with nothing but the best ingredients. I got some whole milk, low moisture mozzarella from Galbani, and I got that from the Chef Store, US Foods, $2.99 a pound. That's as cheap as I can get it. I've been everywhere looking for low moisture whole milk mozzarella, and it's hard to find, and especially at an affordable price. I've been to Sprouts, and I don't recall the price of all these, so I'll just have to post the pictures I took at the store. That was the most expensive, and I did about 6 months of pizza from whole milk mozzarella from Sprouts. It was good cheese, but not that good. And then I wound up over at, I've been at Winco. I don't know if I have a photo there. I've been to Save Mart, Walmart, but now my new spot, oh, I was looking for about 300 grams of cheese, and that looks just about right. My new spot, the Chef Store. US Foods, you buy in bulk, and it's been good for a lot of things, especially coffee too. All right, I got my blender here, food processor, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try to not chop my finger off this time because I wound up in the hospital. Sliced my finger. What is the problem here? I think it just needs to see the top on it so I don't cut myself again. Gone are the days of grating cheese by hand, let me tell you. Aha, it was a safety issue. Yeah, never again hand shredding. So I'm excited. We'll see how this turns out. Just wanted to get a little sear on the lobster on the bottom, but leave it undercooked so it can cook the rest of the way on the pizza. I'm going to throw some artichoke hearts on here. Just let it kiss the pan for a bit. It's not so smooth. Little semolina, cornmeal, a little bit of pizza flour in there. Trying to pop a little bit of the bubbles right here and right now. You'll notice the top side that's real smooth doesn't really absorb much of the semolina and cornmeal. It just rolls right off. The side that does absorb it, look how easily it spins. And I do most of the stretching right here, trying to have it even, no thin spots, thick spots, pushing the gas bubbles out towards the edge. I'm getting thicker spots around the perimeter here. Gonna just try to stretch it out a bit. And although it spins real easily, it also retracts back in real easily. Definitely not an expert by any means. See how it keeps wanting to go back to a small size? So the top smooth side is very sticky when I flip it over. That's why when I launched a pizza, that top side needs to be on top of the peel so it doesn't stick to the peel. And what's nice about the sticky side is as I start stretching it out, it sticks and holds its stretch. Yes, I can't spin it at all. So I'm stretching and sticking it to the countertop. That's helping me get to a bigger size. So now that I'm stretched out to a decent size, the oven is 780 degrees. That's too hot to put this dough on there. It'll burn. So I'm going to go kill the heat. And try to work fast now. I already strained my garlic infused oil. I got my ladle ready, a little brush. I'm going to put some semolina down on the new pizza peel. More than enough because I've never used this before and I don't want to find out the hard way. So sticky side needs to flip over and be on the top. Now that I have even amount of stretch, I'm ready to start handling it. It's kind of like wagon wheels. Letting gravity do most of the work. Getting some thin spots there. Flipping it upside down. So that smooth part is on the top. Looks like I could have stretched it a little bit more. So I'm over the edge on this 22-inch peel. And as I put down some oil, that might help it hold its stretch. And I'm going to par bake this pie. This is way too big to load this up with ingredients. It'll just stick to the peel. It'll be one heavy mess. I was hoping for more oil than that. But without anything on this, when I par bake it, it's going to get gassy and bubble up. This is going to help weigh it down just a bit. So this is a good time to put the oven back on. With this Ooni Max, turning one burner on and then turning it all the way on low. Then turning on the second burner all the way on low and then turning them both back up high prevents it from turning back off. Okay, so I don't want it draping over the edge anymore. I let it relax a bit. Okay. So 22 inches right now, but I predict it's going to shrink. Doesn't even fit through the doorway. I turned that burner back on just for lighting and for a little bit of showmanship. Wow. Shrunk more than I wanted to. All right, I'm going to kill the heat again. I'm just going to take a minute or two, nothing more, just to clean up a bit. And trying to let that dough build some structure before I put the ingredients on. Okay, because the dough came out of the oven a bit, it's still a little doughy, and I'm nervous to use this thick peel. I'm going to use the thin original peel. Try to get under it. Let's give it a nice turn. Back in for a few more minutes. Okay, I got the marble ready. Temperature's dropping a bit too much. So I'm going to turn it back on high with the plan of letting this get up to 800 degrees while I'm building the pizza. So you can see we lost some inches. Now with this par bake, I can smell that garlic. We got some structure where it can support these ingredients. Let's see if my theories are right about the size. 20. We're looking good. Right in here, 19 inches. It's artisanal, it's got some character, as my sister would say. Doesn't spread as much as I'd like. Got a little sloppy. Want some of that away from the middle. A lot of it away from the middle. Too saucy will make this real soggy. Yeah, and it is a bit too saucy. Let's get it away from the middle. Do some pecorino. And the mozzarella. And white pies are not my jam, but this is an occasion. The lobster, maybe next time like a lobster bisque sauce, kind of a reddish orangish sauce might be nice. Switch it up. I like to check the oven temp and go out there and make sure one of the burners doesn't turn off. Oregano is a must. A little heavy on it, but I'm good with heavy. Okay, with the lobster, I just put it in some napkins to absorb some of the moisture out. Same with the artichoke hearts. So I don't want this pizza to be soggy, and I already put too much sauce on. Remember, I left the lobster a little undercooked because we know it's going in a very hot oven. And I gave it just a little sear earlier in a pan with some garlic and butter. That's usually all that calls out to me when I'm making lobster. In fact, putting cheese on lobster sounds pretty disgusting. But when I think about making pizzas, anything sounds good putting it on the pizza. So it's all about how you talk to yourself. It'll work out. These artichoke hearts are still a bit wet. I don't even know if I need that many. I think that's pretty good. Don't need to overdo it. So the oven is 830 degrees. That is way too hot. So I'm going to go turn the oven off. So basically when this drops down right till I see the upper 600s, I'm ready to launch it in. Definitely went a bit heavy on the oregano. Just going to spin it a bit, make sure it's not going to give me any resistance. It looks like it's going to be just fine. Upper 600s. Don't want to burn the crust. I'm going to turn the fire back on. And then on low. Turn it to low, back on. And going to let it sit on the stone for maybe 3 or 4 minutes, just in case it's too hot. I don't want to burn the crust. And then give it its first spin. Should go in like no problem. Now I'm going to turn it on low. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes. I just took the time to clean up. Oven just dropped below 600 degrees. Pretty good. Didn't stick. Give it its first turn. Yeah, heavy on oregano. Good color. All right, it's been about 7 minutes and we've dropped into the lower 500s just in time for my company. It's not a special occasion without Mom. There you are.
Thank you.
Wait till you see this pie. I'm not too nervous after the first turn. If you don't turn it fast enough, it just burns, and I've had to sit here and chisel it out. But after that first turn, it should be fine. Oh, that looks good. There you go, Mamma Mia.
Wow, it looks pretty good.
This better make this 20-inch marble disappear. Oh my goodness, still coming up short.
Push it over. It's sitting on part of the handle, isn't it?
No?
No? Oh.
That is artichoke and lobster,
Oh, wow.
garlic.
That looks great.
And I went a little overboard with oregano, so hopefully that didn't ruin it. Bon appetito.
Is Patty still at work?
I don't know. Got a good crunch to it. This one's got some lobster and artichoke on it. Quite a bit of oregano in your first bite. Can you pick it up? Could you walk down the New York sidewalks with that? Oh, yeah. Still not as big as I was dreaming.
No, but the crust is great.
Yeah, not too bad underneath. Definitely heavy on the oregano. Hi, Grandma.
Hi.
Artichoke and lobster.
Wow.
What do you think about that? Can you pick it up? Would you be able to walk down the street? Oh, yeah. You approve? That means a lot coming from a professional pizza maker. Still, we're 20 inches, but there was one area where it was 18 inches. Practice is going to make perfect.
You have to give a testimonial.
Nico's lobster review. Is it soggy? Is it going to flop over?
Nope.
Is it thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Yeah, buddy. Ooh, I want that piece of lobster right there.